Tonight, the polls are closed and the results are in for election night 2013.
So whether you're for or against, it's very important.
From an income tax in Benton Harbor to 2 Michiana school systems asking for more tax dollars. This year, election night is all about the money.
Anybody who spends any time in the schools knows that we're in dire need of something new.
But would Mishawaka and Goshen get what they were asking for?
Kids do need to have a good education to succeed in the world nowadays, and if they don't get it, they're not going to succeed.
Tonight, ABC 57 has special team coverage of election night 2013. It all starts right now.
Covering South Bend, Elkhart, and all of Michiana, this is ABC 57 News at 11.
And it's another busy night all across Michiana. Tonight, ABC 57 has team election coverage. Plus, we are following a breaking news story tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Chappell.
And I'm Brian Dormer. We start with that breaking news, a home invasion in St. Joseph County.
Here is a look at where that is unfolding tonight. Police are responding to the 25,000 block of Fillmore Road.
ABC 57's Jesse McDonough is live on the scene for us tonight. Jesse, was anyone hurt?
Brian, the homeowner of this residence called police just before 8:30 and told them he had been shot in the stomach. Now, an ambulance immediately transported him to Memorial Hospital, where he is now having surgery. According to police, 2 white male intruders about 5'6", 5'7", wearing gray hoodies entered the home. They're not sure how they entered the home, but they got into the homeowner's bedroom. Now, once they were in the homeowner's bedroom, the homeowner went to reach for his own pistol. And when he did that, one of the intruders fired off one single bullet into his stomach. Now, police have been out here all night. I saw them measuring tire tracks as well as letting the canine unit loose to try and find those 2 suspects. But it appears that right now they have gotten away.
2 male subjects had burst into his home and confronted him in his bedroom. He did grab his pistol. However, the assailants did fire 1 shot, striking him in the stomach. He was transported to Memorial Hospital, and right now he's in surgery for his gunshot wounds.
Police do have Fillmore Road blocked off right near Peppermint Road, where the house is on the corner, so that they can continue to investigate. Now, again, let me repeat that description of those 2 intruders in case you see them in this area. It is 2 white males, about 5'6", 5'7", wearing gray hoodies, about 150, 160 pounds, and police are not sure about an age. Now, we are supposed to get a press release shortly that should release the name of that victim, the homeowner, and how his condition is doing. Now, keep checking with us on air. Check back with us tomorrow at 5:00 a.m. We should have an update by then, and continue to check our website at abc57.com. Reporting live in St. Joseph County, Jesse McDonough, ABC 57 News.
Jesse, nice job at this hour. Police in Elkhart County, they are also searching for 2 suspected intruders. They're accused of entering this home and beating an 82-year-old man with a tire iron. After the attack, police say that they then raided the gun cabinet and took a number of rifles. Police need your help here tonight. Call Crime Stoppers if you have any information.
Oh, good evening, everybody. Looks like the overnight's going to be a little on the wet side in some spots. We have some rain showers moving into Michiana right now on ABC 57 first warning Doppler radar, including a batch just coming in around Knox right now over to our Argus, right up 31 towards Plymouth, and also a little batch here beginning to head in just around 31, heading towards the bypass. Going to go right on through downtown South Bend, 1116, Mishawaka, 1120, Roseland, 1121, and Granger at 1133. A little wider look here shows this batch coming through right now, but there's more behind it, stretching all the way back out in the Central Plains. So it's going to be on the wet side, especially by tomorrow morning and afternoon. Right now, 55 in South Bend with cloudy skies, 54 in Benton Harbor. Temperatures only dropping down to about 50, but we will see rain showers by the morning. We'll have the latest track on that into your neighborhood with forecast track coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
The votes are counted and the results are in.
Thousands of voters hit the polls all across Michiana tonight, deciding on some really tough issues. ABC 57's election team is bringing you special team coverage tonight. From Benton Harbor to Goshen and Mishawaka, we have reaction on all of the hot topic issues you and your family voted on. Tonight, we start our election coverage 2013 in Benton Harbor.
Yeah, the city is trying to pass a 1% increase on income tax to resident and business business owners.
And here is a look at those results so far, just coming into our ABC 57 newsroom. The proposition to increase the city's sales tax has failed by a vote of 667 to 543.
ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood starts our special team coverage with reaction on this landmark decision there for the city. Jasmine, good evening to you. Boy, there was a lot riding on this election tonight.
Good evening, Brian. There was a lot riding on this. And, you know, I even had a few commissioners stop me and tell me they were nervous because of just how much weight this election was carrying today. And that so much of the city's financial future actually depended on whether or not this tax passed. As you just mentioned, the tax did get voted down today. Now, the tax would have charged residents and business owners 1% of their income, and people who work here in Benton Harbor would have been hit as well, with a 0.5% deduction. But results are in, and today voters showed up and voted against that city tax. I just talked with the mayor who was against it and one commissioner who was in favor of it. Take a listen to their reactions.
I'll call you back. We're a winner. For this to be put down, I'm almost lost for words, but I just have to say that the citizens of this community have spoken. Everyone that was out trying to pass this and those that tried to prevent it, I believe all have Benton Harbor's interest at heart, but we have to figure out a way to put it all together so we work together.
I think that it was a healthy debate. Maybe if not this time, perhaps in the future, the next generation could possibly see and say that a city income tax is good for Benton Harbor.
Now, not too long ago, I actually got a text message from a local business owner. He tells me he's very relieved that this tax did not pass today. And earlier, as voters were walking in and out of the polls, I stopped and talked with them, and they told me this election was important to them, even though it wasn't a presidential election.
I am concerned about what's going on in my community. I am a taxpayer, and I think the future of the city is dependent upon what we're voting on today. It's a privilege to be able to vote, so I do want to let my voice be known. It's not good to complain about things and not do what you can.
Now, the mayor and commissioners tell me they were very pleased with the voter turnout today. Reporting live in Benton Harbor, Jasmine Norwood, ABC 57 News.
And we have even more results out of Benton Harbor tonight. Here's a look at the race for the city's 4th Ward Commission seat. As you can see right there on your screen, Ruthie McCoy Harrelson did win that race. She captured 174 votes against 109 votes. And Dennis Knowles dropped out of that race earlier this week, but still managed to capture those 109 votes. And here's a look at the race for the 3rd Ward seat. Juanita Henry defeated Floyd Thomas 192 to 123 votes.
And finally, the last result out of Benton Harbor tonight. 2 people captured the city at large seats on the city commission. Both Marcus Muhammad and Dwayne Seats won.
And next, we head on over to Mishawaka.
The city school district, School City of Mishawaka, is asking for $28 million more from taxpayers this year to improve 9 school buildings. The results are in, and residents in Mishawaka voted no to giving the school system that extra money. As you can see right there on your screen, 2,808 people voted no, 1,321 voted yes. ABC 57's Megan Schiller continues our election night team coverage. She joins us live right now with the very latest on turnout right there for this big vote tonight, Megan.
Well, only about 4,100 people who are Mishawaka residents headed out to the polls today. And now just to give you some comparison numbers, 10,000 voters headed out for the last election. That was the presidential election. So that was a difference of 6,000 people just here in Mishawaka alone. A poor turnout from Mishawaka residents meant a failed referendum for the school district. Officials blame it on a non-scheduled special election in an off year.
They did a horrible job marketing this. They did not, well, look at the vote. They didn't prove their point.
Only 1,321 Mishawaka residents voted yes, and 2,808 voters checked no to reject the referendum for a $28 million bond. Adversary Mike Wotiziak spent $6 grand on a campaign against the request, and tonight he says it paid off.
Pleasantly surprised. I think when you lay out the facts of the dollar amount and what they wanted to do, it was just too much.
Most voters felt very strongly about the school district's request.
I would see a couple people in a huddle talking about it, but I think most people that I've seen have had their minds made up, and this was a pretty quick process for them.
But some residents say they voted yes because you can't put a price on education, and a strong school system is worth a raise in property taxes.
For me, education is one of the most important things we can do for our children. And I just feel that it's a very important thing that we support our city school system and the teachers and everything that they need.
The kids do need to have a good education to succeed in the world nowadays, and if they don't get it, they're not going to succeed.
Well, these children will continue to receive an education, but it will be without those slated renovations, at least for now. Those renovations including new security cameras, new roofing, and even some new whiteboards. It's still up in the air whether or not the school district will try to lessen the amount of money they're asking for and see if this will be approved in the future. Live in Mishawaka, Megan Schiller, ABC 57 News.
Next, we had to Goshen, where the school district there wants $17 million to improve its schools.
Yeah, those renovations include a controversial $10 million Olympic-sized swimming pool for Goshen High School. And the results are in, as you can see right here on your screen. That vote passed by a pretty wide margin. 2,099 people voted yes, 1,341 voted no. ABC 57's Jason Aubrey has reaction tonight from Goshen.
As the numbers came trickling in, Elkhart County Clerk Wendy Hudson was at a loss.
I don't even know what to say about it. I've been hearing people voicing their opinion about it for the last few weeks, and people seem very strongly opinionated one way or the other, so I thought turnout was going to be pretty good.
But it wasn't. Just 15% of those eligible to vote did so, and that small fraction decided whether to pay for school improvements and that Olympic-size swimming pool. The winning yes vote means all residents will now be charged above the property tax cap. Voters in favor of the project, like this teacher, says the students are worth every penny.
The amount that it's going to increase our taxes is rather negligible, and I know that a lot of people bristle whenever they see that there's going to be some sort of increase in taxes, but anybody who spends any time in the schools, especially high school and the middle school, knows that we're in dire need of something new.
And now that the voting is done, all that's left is the complaining. But Hudson says few will have any right to do that.
If they had an opinion, they should have come out and cast it today. The weather was beautiful. There was no reason not to.
And that was ABC 57's Jason Aubrey reporting. Now that the measure is passed, the school district is going to move forward with drawing up plans for that $17 million project. They are hoping for a groundbreaking next August and a goal to wrap everything up by January of 2016. The taxpayers will be paying for that project for the next 20 years. ABC 57 special coverage of Election Night 2013 continues. Throughout this show, we will bring you more results from the races that mean the most to you and your family.
Tonight, owners of a South Bend business are trying to figure out what sparked the fire that burned its building to the ground. We first brought you live team coverage of the Abtrex fire last night at 10 and 11. Extensive coverage. Today, ABC 57's Rachel Brown shows us the charred remains in the daylight. Abtrex makes rubber and fiberglass. The owners believe that a heat exchanger used to make those materials could have sparked the flames. The building's owner says that it will be tough to rebuild.
If I really want to talk about devastations, I would say that my dad, who I grew up doing this business with for all of my life, I've been working here since I was 12. He died last July, and I would say that that was harder than this will ever be.
Firefighters have ruled out arson. They are thankful that no one was injured.
The Garden State Plaza Mall will reopen tomorrow, just 36 hours after an active shooter stormed that shopping center and then took his own life. 20-year-old Richard Shoup, right there on your screen, shot himself in the back area of the mall. Police say he also left a suicide note and had several magazines of ammo on him. He fired 6 other shots, but no one else was hurt in that mall.
Was dressed in all black and just walking with a shotgun in his hand.
My brother intended to harm nobody else but himself. He just sadly decided to make an act of, I guess, self-indulgence by taking his own life publicly.
Now, it's still unclear whether Shoup was on any kind of drugs during that incident, and the toxicology report could take a few weeks.
Developing tonight, an Indianapolis police officer is guilty of reckless homicide. David Bessard is guilty on drinking and driving in the 2010 crash that killed Eric Wells and badly injured 2 others. A jury found him guilty after 3 weeks of testimony. Bessard faces more than 50 years in prison. Tonight, a St. Joseph County teenager is behind bars. Just hours ago, 19-year-old Nate Coley pleaded guilty to murder. Police say that Coley and 5 other suspects broke into this home on Michigan Street and stabbed Sandra Price to death. With Coley's guilty plea, he could face between 55 and 65 years in prison.
Tonight, local developers are speaking out about the race to make over South Bend's Chase Tower. Yesterday, ABC 57 reported that the tower will be bought by Harley Stanfield and the Janney Hotel Group for just over $5 million. Today, we talked with that group about that big purchase.
We're totally refurbishing the entire building. The building is becoming passive solar. It is becoming state-of-the-art, green.
Well, I think it's another sign of downtown South Bend's comeback.
ABC 57 did reach out to code enforcement earlier this afternoon to find out the current condition of the Chase building. We'll let you know what they say as soon as they return our calls. And tonight, South Bend is helping business owners. The city is reducing the size of tax abatement forms. The Department of Community Investment shrunk forms from 18 pages down to just 2. Mayor Pete Buttigieg says he hopes this will encourage more businesses to come to the city.
And Chief Meteorologist Jamie Martin is tracking more showers for us tonight. Chief.
Yeah, we've got more showers coming through the area right now. Here is what we are tracking at 11 o'clock. We are continuing to watch things carefully. We have some overnight showers to track. More rain is on the way, even some heavy rain on Wednesday, and a cool end to the week. All the numbers coming up.
And the results continue to come in for more local election races. Here's a look at a couple more coming into the ABC 57 newsroom.
Here's the ABC 57 News phrase that pays. Log on to abc57.com now. Good luck.